History is full of stories that seem too incredible to be real, yet they actually happened. From lost cities swallowed by deserts to empires ruled by gods, some civilizations are stranger than fiction itself. Today, we're diving into 10 ancient civilizations that will shock you, bewilder you, and make you question everything you thought you knew about history. The Sumerians, living over 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia, are credited with some of humanity's earliest inventions: the wheel, the first writing system, and even the concept of time itself. But their myths are what make them truly extraordinary. They wrote of gods descending from the heavens, teaching humans everything. A civilization guided not just by kings, but by beings from the stars in their legends. Ziggurats towered over the plains, canals and irrigation networks were advanced beyond anything imagined for their time, and clay tablets recorded tales of divine interventions, astronomical observations, and complex legal systems. Some scholars even suggest that the Sumerians might have influenced civilizations far beyond Mesopotamia. Could their myths hint at lost knowledge or contact with other advanced peoples? Every excavation reveals new artifacts, leaving us to wonder how much of their wisdom was lost to time. Far from Mesopotamia, in present-day Pakistan and India, lay the Indus Valley Civilization. Cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa were marvels of urban planning. Streets were laid out in perfect grids. Advanced drainage systems and public baths suggest a society that valued hygiene and engineering centuries ahead of its time. Yet despite these achievements, their script remains undeciphered. Thousands of artifacts, seals, and symbols baffle historians. What language did they speak? What was their religion like? And why did they vanish so suddenly around 1900 BCE? Entire cities were abandoned with no evidence of invasion or destruction. Some theories suggest climate change, drought, or river shifts forced them to leave. Others hint at mysterious societal collapse. The Indus Valley civilization remains one of history's greatest enigmas, a civilization lost without a trace, yet leaving behind clues of extraordinary intelligence. In Mesoamerica, long before the Maya or the Aztecs, the Olmecs thrived along the Gulf of Mexico. They are perhaps best known for their colossal stone heads, some weighing over 40 tons. How they moved these massive sculptures remains a mystery. But the Olmecs were more than sculptors. They were artists, astronomers, and architects. Many of their monuments align perfectly with celestial events, solstices and equinoxes. Their influence is seen in later Mesoamerican civilizations, suggesting they left a cryptic blueprint for all who followed. Legends speak of jaguar gods and mysterious rulers with divine powers. Rituals, artifacts, and giant statues hint at a culture deeply intertwined with both the natural and supernatural worlds. The Olmecs may have vanished, but their impact echoes across centuries. High in the deserts of Jordan, the Nabateans carved their city into sandstone cliffs, Petra, the rose-red city. Their mastery of water management allowed them to thrive in a harsh desert environment. Trade caravans from across the ancient world visited Petra, marveling at its architecture, engineering, and the city's sheer beauty. Yet Petra almost vanished. After the Romans took over, the desert began reclaiming it, and centuries passed before its rediscovery in the 19th century. The Nabateans left behind an enduring mystery. How did they survive, flourish, and leave such a perfect city carved from rock in one of the world's most unforgiving landscapes? In what is now Turkey, the Hittites built an empire alongside Egypt and Mesopotamia. For centuries they were forgotten, referenced only in biblical texts and dismissed as legend. Yet archaeology has revealed a powerful advanced civilization. The Hittites pioneered iron weapons long before others, mastered diplomacy, and created a complex legal system. They signed one of the world's first peace treaties with Egypt, a document preserved for millennia. Their cities, palaces, and records show a sophisticated society, capable of war, trade, and culture at levels rivaling Egypt or Babylon. On the island of Crete, The Minoans built palaces adorned with frescoes, advanced plumbing, and running water. Their society seemed almost utopian, but it was also strange. Bulls were sacred, and rituals suggest a complex spiritual life intertwined with nature and myth. The eruption of Thera, modern-day Santorini, likely triggered their decline, leaving labyrinthine palaces and inspiring legends such as the Minotaur and King Minos. The Minoans remind us that myths often have a kernel of historical truth, a civilization real enough to inspire stories that last millennia. Before Rome ruled Italy, the Etruscans dominated the peninsula. They influenced Roman architecture, religion, and the alphabet. Yet, much about them remains a mystery. Their language is largely undeciphered, and many of their rituals are still unknown. Tombs with intricate paintings depict elaborate ceremonies and scenes of the afterlife. They thrived, then vanished, leaving only whispers in the ruins and the foundations of Rome itself. The Etruscans show how a civilization can shape history even as it fades from memory. South of Egypt, the kingdom of Kush rose along the Nile. At times, Kush even ruled Egypt, forming the 25th dynasty. Their pyramids, smaller yet steeper than Egypt's, dot the deserts of Sudan, many hidden from the modern world. Kushite warriors were fierce, and their society complex, with trade networks stretching across Africa and the Middle East. Yet today, much of their history is overlooked. The Kingdom of Kush reminds us that powerful empires can be nearly erased from mainstream historical narratives, leaving only fragments for us to discover. In Southeast Asia, the Khmer Empire built Angkor, a city with temples, canals, and reservoirs capable of supporting over 1 million people. Angkor Wat, the largest religious monument on Earth, stands as a testament to their engineering brilliance. Their water management system was so advanced, it allowed agriculture to thrive and the city to grow at unprecedented scales. Scholars are still uncovering the genius behind Angkor's urban planning. The Khmer Empire reshaped its environment and left a city that continues to awe the world centuries later. In the American Southwest, the ancestral Puebloans built cliff dwellings in nearly inaccessible locations. Towers, temples, and roads connected massive communities across harsh deserts. Then, suddenly, they disappeared around the 13th century. Why? Climate change, resource depletion, or something more mysterious? Their abandoned cities, frozen in time, whisper secrets of a vanished people. The ancestral Puebloans show how ingenuity, adaptation, and culture can thrive even in the harshest landscapes. From Mesopotamia to the American Southwest, these civilizations prove that truth is often stranger than fiction. Cities lost to deserts, languages forgotten, engineering feats that baffle modern scientists. History is filled with wonders we are only beginning to understand. The past is vast, mysterious, and sometimes terrifying, and while these civilizations may be gone, their stories endure, reminding us that reality can be far more incredible than any tale we could imagine.